I'm going to put my 2 cents into Keith Lee reviewing the UK food because I've enjoyed it. I found it funny, but Americans, we need to let you guys know that you are not qualified to judge UK food or European food or food from the rest of the world. And it might be like, why am I saying that? It's because you guys have never had proper food in your life. You guys are lab rats for the rest of the world. You guys are experiments. The food that you have in your country wouldn't be able to touch our lands at all. That's how much poison is in your food. It's banned. We won't eat it. Trump talks about all the tariffs and stuff and that we don't have this, we don't eat your stuff. It's because it tastes like dog shit. It's because it's poison. It's because it's for aliens. It's not for human consumption. And I say this with kindness because it's not your fault that you eat poison. That's your government's fault. But listen, when Keith Lee tries a pork sausage and he says it tastes like pork so it doesn't taste good, what is a pork sausage supposed to taste like? It's a pork sausage. When he has beans on toast and it tastes like beans on toast, it's because it's beans on toast. You don't need to add all this extra shit because sometimes the food speaks for itself. But the problem is, if your food speaks, it will speak an alien language. It wouldn't make no sense because it's poison. You guys have mystery foods. Your chickens don't taste like chicken, and that's why you need to add chicken seasoning to chicken. Your steaks don't taste like steaks. You add steak seasoning to it. It's a steak. It should already taste like a steak. But anyway, I digress. I hope he enjoys our food. He won't. He won't enjoy most food unless it's got loads of salt, loads of it will just taste different. I've been to America and I thought your food tastes like dog shit. And that wasn't because necessarily it all tasted bad. It was just weird. Do you know what I mean? Different palates. I'm used to real food. I can have a piece of bacon and it tastes like bacon. It don't need to taste like honey, syrup and all that shit. It can just taste like bacon because it came from a pig. And the pig should taste like pork and bacon. Do you know what I mean? But I digress. Guys, look, enjoy the reviews, but don't take it seriously. They are not qualified to review our food.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel with another reaction. Today, we're talking about Keith Lee, an African-American food reviewer known for his genuine and impartial approach. His concept is simple. He visits restaurants randomly, orders food, and provides honest reviews purely out of his love for food and culinary arts. I've watched several of his videos, and the first thing I noticed was his authenticity. He is dedicated, unbiased, and his reviews have helped many overlooked restaurants gain recognition. Some of these establishments lack the financial resources to create a flashy dining experience, yet Keith's exposure brought them much needed attention, sometimes even saving them from closing down. His impact has been especially significant within the Black community, though he isn't limited to just Black-owned businesses. He reviews restaurants worldwide. Through his platform, Keith has also exposed restaurants that were overpriced or failed to meet their advertised quality. While many appreciate his work, some have reacted negatively, particularly those whose businesses were criticized. Currently, Keith Lee is in the UK, as part of what seems to be a world tour of food reviews. His massive platform has now brought attention to British cuisine, and his honest feedback has sparked discussion. Interestingly, it's not the white British population reacting strongly to his critiques, but rather some Black British individuals. So, who are the Black British? This raccoon's crashing out to defend Massa's cuisine. They are immigrants or descendants of immigrants from the Caribbean and Africa who now live in the UK. However, some among them have developed a habit of looking down on Black Americans, often claiming they have no culture. This mindset is not only misguided but also an insult to the creativity and resilience of Black people globally. Wherever Black people have been, they have contributed to culture, innovation, and artistic expression. It's disappointing to hear some Black British individuals dismiss Black American culture despite its rich history and influence. Keith Lee's reviews of UK food haven't been entirely positive. He's simply being honest. While I haven't personally tasted UK cuisine, I've heard from people who have, and the feedback isn't always great. What's surprising is that most white British individuals haven't reacted harshly to his critiques. Instead, it's been some of these so-called Black British who have taken issue with his opinions, attacking him online. My question is, why do they care so much? If your parents are from Jamaica, Nigeria, Ghana, or Trinidad, why are you more invested in defending British cuisine than embracing your own cultural heritage, instead of attacking a fellow Black man who has built a platform that benefits many? Why not appreciate his honesty and contribution? Keith Lee has shown love for Caribbean and African cuisines, giving them high praise. It's a well-known fact that these cuisines are rich and flavorful. Even American soul food has deep roots in African culinary traditions. Dishes like gumbo, black-eyed peas, and collard greens all originate from African heritage, adapted through generations of innovation and creativity. So the backlash from some Black British individuals seems unwarranted. Fortunately, other Black Brits as well as Black Americans have come to Keith's defense, countering the negativity with support. Now I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Keith Lee is doing a great job? Are these critics overreacting? Do you think it's time to address this divide? Let me know in the comments. Peace.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. There is no such thing as Black British food. There's no such thing as Black British culture. There is only African culture or Caribbean culture in Britain. You guys let Keith Lee come to London, eat beans on toast, eat a kebab with garlic mayo on it, have a fry up from a hotel. Then my man went back to America and said British food is disgusting, and you guys are losing your minds like he's not right. I mean, can you really compare cottage pie and sausage and mash, bangers and mash to soul food, American soul food, Black American food? You can't, because they have a right to have a thing called Black American culture and Black American food, whereas there is no such thing as Black British food or Black British culture. There is only African or Caribbean culture or African or Caribbean cuisine in Britain. And even when we do cook the British foods, we all know we put a little black spin on it. We don't cook it the same way the white people do. So why you guys are choosing that this is the hill you want to die on in the comment section is beyond me. I've said it before and I'll say it again. No such thing as Black British culture. You guys cannot compare yourself to the Americans because they have a much deeper history of being Black Americans in America. We don't have that. We do not have that. There is no Black British culture or Black British food. There is only African or Caribbean food in Britain. Stop this delusion, man.
Have you guys seen Keith Lee try beans on toast in London for the first time? Because, oh my God, who is lying to these Americans? Do you guys think that beans on toast is the main or the greatest delicacy of this country? Because if the Americans think that we only have one main classic dish, just wait until they found out about this bad boy right here. This is England's national dish, mate. Try that one on for size. Now, the Americans might be watching this thinking, wait, this is an Indian cuisine. This is chicken tikka masala. What are you talking about? No, 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 babe. Or someone tag Keith Lee so he can try a cheeky chippy. And I don't know what bangs more than bangers and mash, mate. Especially after a Sunday roast. So to my fellow Americans, including Keith Lee, if you happen to watch this video, there is so much more that this island has to offer than flipping beans on toast. I understand the stereotypes, but come on. And this is not even me trying to gas up British food, by the way, not in any sense of the word. But I am begging you guys, please stop pretending like beans on toast is the only British meal that you can get in the entire country. I understand it's the main thing that you guys want to go for when you're trying to insult the Brits, but please, we have so much more to offer. It's like me judging the entirety of the US as a massive corn dog. It doesn't make any sense.
So I posted a video yesterday about Keith Lee visiting Lebanese grill for the very first time, and there seems to be a full-blown comment war going on that's reached almost 1 million views on my video. Now I don't understand why the Americans are attacking the Brits and the Brits attacking Keith Lee. And the amount of negative comments going back and forth, including for my own video, saying, why are you bigging up this guy so badly? Now, for you Brits that don't know who Keith Lee is a legend in terms of what he does. He has turned around businesses that's gone from zero to hero. And he does it just for the love of the culture. But most importantly, this message also goes out to the Americans, saying why is he not trying out actual British food? We ain't got no British food, I'll be real with you, man. Did you know our national dish is actually chicken curry tikka masala, which is an Indian dish? And just because he's trying out a Lebanese place doesn't mean it's not British, man. Anyways, guys, let's just all calm down.